All right, for today's deep dive, we're getting into the U.S. Marine Corps Operating Manual. And if you want to understand rapid global response, I mean, this is really the blueprint.
It is.
Their whole mission, going back to 1952, is for offensive amphibious employment and as a force of readiness. They're built to be first.
And that phrase, force of readiness, that's everything.
Right.
It means they have to be structured for, for any crisis, not just one kind of war. And the whole system they built to do that revolves around this one core idea.
The MCMH-Aviation.
The Marine Air Ground Task Force. The MCMH-Aviation, it's their principal combined arms organization for basically everything they do.
So the genius here is that it's not a fixed unit. It's not like an army division with a set number of people. It's flexible.
Exactly. It's a scalable system. They build the force for the mission, not the other way around. It always has the same types of ingredients, but the size of the recipe changes.
Okay, so let's unpack that scaling, because it goes from this massive warfighting force all the way down to the tip of the spear.
At the very top, you have the MEF, the Marine Expeditionary Force.
That's the big one.
That's the big one. Commanded by a lieutenant general, built around a whole Marine division. I mean, this is for a major war.
And then on the complete other end of that, you have the MEU. The Marine Expeditionary Unit.
Right.
This is the one you see on the news, the first one's in.
That's your forward-deployed sea-based force. It's much smaller, built around a reinforced infantry battalion, and commanded by a colonel.
And they only carry about 15 days of supplies with them.
About 15 days of what they call organic sustainment, which, immediately brings up the question.
What happens on day 16?
What happens on day 16? Right.
But before we get to that, let's talk about what the MEF and the MEU have in common. Even though they're so different in size, they share the same fundamental building blocks, right?
They do. Every single MAGTF, no matter the size, has 4 mandatory parts.
Okay.
First, the command element, the CE. That's the headquarters.
Got it.
Then the ground combat element, or GCE. Your infantry, your tanks, artillery.
The muscle?
The muscle. Then the aviation combat element, the ACE, which is all the air support. And finally, the logistics combat element, or LCE.
The LCE, and they're the ones bringing everything from bullets to water to keep the whole thing running.
They are.
So if you need to sustain a larger force past that initial 15-day MEU, moving all that gear seems like an impossible problem.
It would be.
And this is where, for me, it gets really interesting. The Maritime Prepositioning Force, or MPF.
The MPF is the absolute key to their rapid response capability.
Yeah.
It's what allows them to bridge that gap. The whole system is what they call an economy of force measure.
And the simple idea is you separate the people from the gear, you fly the Marines.
And you float the equipment. It's a 2-part system. The Marines are the fly-in echelon. They get airlifted to a theater.
To meet up with these massive preloaded ships that are already waiting nearby.
Exactly. They link up with the maritime prepositioning ships, the MPSs. By doing this, you don't need huge, vulnerable airfields for strategic airlift to bring in heavy equipment.
You just need a port, or even just a beach. And we're talking about 16 of these specialized self-sustaining ships.
Yeah, they have their own cranes, roll-off ramps.
And they're just sitting out there ready to go. 3 squadrons strategically positioned around the globe.
In the Mediterranean, the Indian Ocean, and the Western Pacific, it's the definition of forward-deployed logistics.
So when you tie it all together, what does it really mean?
It means the entire USMC readiness model comes down to this. A standardized, scalable structure, the MAGTF, that's supported by a forward-deployed logistics system, the MPF.
It allows them to flow from that small, first-on-the-scene MEU all the way up to a war-fighting MEF if they have to.
And if you want to connect this to the bigger picture, their ability to project power isn't just about having the gear prepositioned. It's about the incredible precision of the operational sequence.
Right. It's not a simple process.
No. And here's a final thought for you to really chew on. Think about the complexity of what they call the arrival and assembly phase. You have thousands of personnel arriving by air. You have giant ships arriving by sea. You have command elements trying to set up communications, all from scratch, probably on some piece of empty coastline.
Wow.
They have to offload all of it, get organized, and become a fully combat-ready force in just a matter of days. The real challenge isn't just having the stuff. It's having a colonel who can take an empty beach and turn it into a functioning military base in 72 hours.
That logistical ballet, that's the whole game.
That's what they prepare for every single day.